how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim coming to you from inside the Crusher. That's what I call my 2021 Toyota Tundra. And I'm pulling a camper, a 25-foot FKBS made by Flagstaff, a microlight. And I call it the Crasher. I have a YouTube sticker I've put on the back of the Crasher, like I had on the Tramper, a little teardrop trailer I just sold. And so I'm promoting the channel that's back there. I still have another decal that I could put somewhere else if I need to. But I went ahead and got some more of those, and it was good that I did because I sold the other RV, and this one didn't have any markings on it. So it's on the very back now, and a lot of you guys out there have talked about getting merchandise and t-shirts and cups and hats and things like that. We've already been through all that. I've thought about it, and while the community would certainly purchase those things, and they like our sayings that we have, do I use you, crush it, these kinds of things that we say, I don't know about doing that. We might, but what I really wanted to talk about in this little video is I just got off the phone with a gentleman. He's I think he's 80, 79. He's up there. I got a lot of friends, good friends, that are right around 80 years old. I've got Teddy down there. He's 77. His good friend and mine, Tom, in New York. You guys have met him on the channel. He is 77 or 78. My really good friend, Fred, in Sarasota. I think he's 80, 84. That guy he's a big guy. He's a strong guy. He's got it all right here. He's doing great. And then I've got my friend Skip that I just got off the phone with. And he had some sad news to share. He lost his wife. She passed. And he knew that she had cancer a couple months ago. She was diagnosed. And went very quickly, he told me. She went sooner than everybody expected, but she's gone now. And he's up in Wisconsin, and it's very cold. She has family there, and she was close to her grandchildren, and so she went up there. She was way up the ladder with Walmart, believe it or not. And hey, it's drying up out here. Look at these. I'll get back to the story in a minute, but I just want to show you. If I can turn this around. Look at the clouds that are in the mountains. When I get right here, you can see. When I climb this hill right here. But anyway, Skip's wife passed, and he went up there with her because she wanted to be near the grandchildren. But it's been, you know how cold it gets in Wisconsin. That's like Boston or New York. That's some cold. And he would call and talk to me in Florida. He's been up there a few years now. I'm trying to show you that cloud on that mountain resting in those trees. Over here too, look at that. Well, anyway, you get it. The road is dry. We're drying out. Thank goodness. Hang on. Sorry about that. The point is, he left Georgia. He was in Duluth, Georgia. That's where I met him when I used to live in Atlanta. So we just got off the phone, and he was like, I don't know what to do. And I had somebody for 35 years, and I really feel weird, and I don't like being here in this cold weather now and being without her. And everybody's telling me just stay where I'm at and I'll figure it out. So we talked, and I gave him my opinion that I probably concur with most people that he'll figure it out, but I don't think he should stay there. I think that what I want to tell you folks, that if you're somewhere living, and like with him, his wife passed, and he only went there and sacrificed to be with her because he wanted to be with his wife, but that's not his cup of tea, Wisconsin, and now there's nothing, he's alone, then get out of there. And he's not a poor person. He's done very well in real estate. and he's got another place up there, and he's at the age, I'm sure he doesn't have to worry about, running out of money. So he has options. But because of his age, and he's had his own health issues, just like Teddy's had some health issues, just like Tom, that you guys might remember in my videos, the sailor, he's a mariner up in New York, super nice guy. He had open heart surgery. I've got an eye issue. You've got your issues. You might be diabetic. Folks, the people in my community, I'm sure most of them, while I have younger people, and I love everybody in the community, I'm sure my demographic mainly is people beyond the halfway point of your lifespan. Because at 50 years old, you're already way beyond. At 35 years old, you are at the halfway point. At 40 for sure, because the average age is only 73 to 78 or whatever it is. So, and then when you figure you're really beyond the halfway point at 30, because most people that encounter an illness or get to the point where they don't want to do what I'm doing right now, or don't want to face a big move like Skip is thinking, he's looking at the elephant. I told him one way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. The best way to begin something is to start. That's half the battle. Don't look at the whole thing. So when you are already past 30 and certainly 40, and you know that the last potentially 5 years of your life are going to be the slowest years, or the years before you check out of here, or if you're one of the unfortunate ones that has to deal with what like Skip's wife dealt with and contracted cancer, or your hips and your eyes and different things are affecting your ability to travel, you're getting my point. You don't have forever. You must realize today, not like, all right, I'll start that maybe in the next spring or next year or next month even. I say no. I say when you get off this video, you need to start thinking, how can I live my life better? Even if you don't go anywhere. Even if it's just changing what you're doing now. Let me talk to you and show you what I'm looking at. I am running at 2,500 RPMs. You might be able to hear the motor screaming a little bit, but it's not bad. And I'm running 54 miles an hour, and that's fine. But I'm climbing a hill about as good as that semi in front of me, and I'm going straight up. But let's get back to it. Living your life. And I'm going to make another video very soon when I can look into the camera and get out of this truck about Social Security and why I think every single person that can collect their free check, your money that you've paid into the system, as soon as possible, even if it means still working a part-time prison job or working for yourself to make a few bucks every month to go with that free check, to afford you more freedom to live your life, to get 20 more hours, 25 more hours a week that you don't have to give to a prison job that is your time now, your freedom, to live a life doing what you want to do with your partner, with yourself, even if it's just going out of town a couple of times a month, taking a trip, a short drive from Florida to Georgia, or Georgia down to Florida. Just start doing stuff. And even if it just means not going any darn where, just going to the ocean, going to the lake and wetting your hook and fishing, or working on your tan, golfing, whatever. Freedom. If you want to sit at home and just read a book, but you don't have to go to the prison job, well, my ears are popping. then do that. I can't imagine that you're sitting here saying, no, I would rather work 40 hours a week plus, never go anywhere, never do anything, give them my time, let my life pass by, get on up to the age to where I do lose the motivation and desire or the ability to do the things you're talking about, and then I'll quit and do nothing. I just can't imagine anybody that's a goal. So reevaluate your situation about that money you're saving, or that, extra pension, or I'm not saying that you don't prepare. I'm not saying you don't use the money that you're making with your jobs to pay off some debt. But do what you got to do, folks, to start living. Because once you pass away, guess how long that is? That's from now the heck on. That's how long it is. And guess how long they remember you? Not long. Only those that really, really, really love you. You just fade to the... look at Toby Keith. Look at the people that pass away. Look at Elvis Presley. Look at all these people with all the money in the world, fame, fortune, Robin Williams. Look at them all. And they're no longer here. So even if you don't have a lot of money, even if you're living under a bridge, and I say that facetiously, you're still breathing in and out. I would think that Robin Williams and Toby Keith and all those would have given it all away and lived under a bridge then to be out of here. I know that heaven's great, and they're probably in a better place, but still, while we're here, we want to be here, and we want to do, and we want to see our kids and our friends. Sorry about all that. I'm just following this guy. This has been all uphill. 10.4 miles per gallon. So I hope that wasn't too much of a downer, folks. I just wanted to be a motivation to really reevaluate. You've already evaluated your investments and what you were going to do and how long you were going to do it. But rethink it to the point like, all right, I never thought about the fact that once I get to be 60, I might only have a dozen years left, or 2 decades, and then if I take out 5 years that I might be using to just leave here, that shortens your runway even more. I would say somebody needs to reevaluate. Well, I wouldn't change a thing, folks. I don't have a lot of money. I get my Social Security. I'm very blessed right now. YouTube may not last forever, but it's monetized. It brings in a little bit to supplement my Social Security. And I'm doing what I want to do, and I don't have to go to a prison job because I'm supplementing my Social Security by going around and being free. But if this ended, I would do everything that I just told you to do. I would pass out samples again, or I would figure out my own little niche, detailing cars, making some money every month. But I'd be taking off. And if I had to stick around the house or an area more, I'd find an area I want to live in where the climate's good, and I'd do what I got to do. But it wouldn't be living my last days for some prison job. I'd be living my life with my lady. I'd be on that golf course. I'd be visiting my children, my grandchildren. And I'd be keeping myself in the best health I could too. I'd be doing all I could do. And one thing for sure I'd do, and you guys know it. No, it's not crush it. It's praying to the good Lord and have a relationship with Him, that He guides your direction. Because you can make all these plans I'm talking about, but He guides your steps. So ask Him for it. And then you can crush it.